for Love by BAEKHYUN. Stay tuned because we got you covered with the K-Bops.
Hi everyone, welcome to Idol Talk, where we explore South Korean pop culture one obsession at a time. My name is Nathan and I'm your host.
Hey everyone, it's Ashley, and I just want to say catch me at the NCT LA show on April 18th. I haven't purchased the tickets yet because they haven't gone on sale, but I will fucking be there. Wherever in that stadium, I will be there.
Whatever stadium it is.
I know, I'm curious how many people they think they can get. Like, is this the Forum? Is this
SoFi?
SoFi?
Imagine.
What is the Staples Center called now?
Crypto.
It's called Crypto Arena?
Crypto.com.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
More details soon.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris, co-host, and I may physically decease if I do not get any of these Augustine on tour tickets. I think they go on sale next week on March. I already pre-warned my husband. I was like, get ready for this credit card charge. Like, I'm gonna go all out. Like, you have you do not understand that this is the moment for me. So yes, pray for me, please. Help me get these tickets.
He's doing multiple. I feel like there will be
I hope so.
Yeah,
but
there's 3 days.
Yeah, there will
in
be
LA.
definitely opportunities.
But we all know the whole ordeal that Ticketmaster is going through right now, that they're finally exposed, and ARMY just in general, and I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
I know.
Follow all the steps. Read the fine print. According to Casey, reading out loud helps with reading comprehension.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Annotate.
Annotate if needed.
So yes, I believe it goes on sale next week. I forgot. I'm ready. I renewed my dang ARMY membership just for these tickets. I'm a little upset that that they got me right when it was gonna expire, but whatever.
Oh.
It's Yoongi,
Yeah.
so.
Sammy told me that someone was trying to use her to buy tickets because they didn't buy an ARMY membership, and she was like, just buy it, it's $20.
Yeah, it was 22 now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna buy it.
Buy it.
Because I'm trying to buy tickets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gabe.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's Gabe, resident K-pop extremist. I'm formally adopting that title. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Brave Girls. It's been, I don't know if you've heard, but Brave Girls is finally calling it quits after all these years. They released a single titled Goodbye, and it's kind of like a slow...
It's very out of character.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I wanted a bop.
Well, yeah, it was out of character, but not out of character for maybe the situation.
Yeah.
Did they release anything else? Like, why they're disbanding?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
I just saw that they were disbanding and released a single, but I haven't really put too much research into it.
I think that there
But
just
it's still
wasn't a lot
sad.
of information that came out of it. It was just, this is it.
This is the end.
Yeah, the whole thing's crazy.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how, if it wasn't gonna happen for them this year, they might have fallen off. So I guess that prediction wasn't that far out.
Yeah, wait, when did we make that prediction? Not so long
remember
ago.
we were they need a really strong digital year this year, and if they didn't, it would be hard for them to rebound back. So
Ugh.
maybe that empty last year was hard for them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, goodbye to Brave Girls.
Goodbye to Brave
Thank you
Girls.
for-
They will forever, have one of the highest charting songs of all time, period. So I guess that's not a bad career.
I know, yeah.
So I'm sure
One of the best comeback stories.
of all time.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Thank you to our listeners for all tuning in. We're back with another episode, and we're going to do another roundup of K-Bops, and Gabe is going to start us off this time.
All right, so this time around, I'm recommending a song that was released around Valentine's Day. I think it was on Valentine's Day itself, and it's STAYC's latest lead single called Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear is kind of a feel-good song, as I said, released on February 14th. The music video is kind of cute with some like teddy bear type outfits mixed in there. It was kind of giving furry, but that's kind of besides the point. And the lyrics, I didn't understand what they meant, kind of just reading the English translation, so I looked it up. And according to my search, the song is about making mistakes in life and how it's okay because it's our first time living it and there's no need to rush or worry. So it's a very simple, kind of cute concept, kind of very happy-go-lucky type of song. And they had a few animated scenes in there with like a lot of pink and bright colors. Yeah, I think it was a pretty solid release all around. They peaked at number 56 on the Gaon digital chart and sold almost 270,000 units of the single album in the first week. They also got 32 million music video views on YouTube, and they have 3 music show wins
so far.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have a question, Gabe. So you said that the song was a little bit about, don't worry about, was it like, you're living your life for the first time, so don't worry about mistakes, or don't worry about it kind of thing?
Yeah, something along those
So
lines.
then where does the teddy bear come in?
My question exactly.
Yeah, I really don't know, honestly.
or it's just, that's the graphic that they were going with too. It's kind of like it's a cute teddy bear, but it's also a little bit edgy.
Yeah,
I
at least the album cover too. Like you have the like dark royal purple with black color scheme on the album art.
Yeah, the way I saw it, it was kind of like they were using the teddy bear imagery to kind of signal like if you're like you're doing stuff. I feel like the music video kind of communicated it where it's like they were in an environment that was like supposedly to be serious. So like there's a scene where they're all in like a library or something, and then one of the girls gets up and like starts dancing like to the choreo of the song, and then there was another one where they're on like the school bus and the same thing happens. So it's I feel like the teddy bear image was kind of a proxy for like not taking things too seriously, whatever the situation may be. So I don't know, that's my interpretation. I thought it was a little bit difficult to kind of understand everything, to be quite honest.
Not everything is supposed to be like fully comprehensible and fully like everything has a meaning kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like it's okay to just have a song about a teddy bear, or with a song with a teddy bear.
It's not even a song about a teddy bear.
A song with a teddy bear symbol attached to it, and it not having really any strong meaning. It's okay.
Yeah. I think part of it also was they released it on February 14th, which is
Right.
Valentine's Day.
Sure.
And so, like, I don't know how much that factored into it, but maybe they intended to release just like a fun Valentine's Day song about like a teddy bear. And then it turned into, and they like had to find meaning after the fact. So that might have been what happened. I'm not totally sure.
After
that's
they
another
released
theory I
it?
Or like after
You
they
think
conceived of the concept of the teddy bear and Valentine's
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
maybe they like made the song, planned everything out, and then they're like, okay, we need to assign some type of deeper meaning, and so they just kind of came up with it.
Yeah.
Because the chorus is literally just, they say teddy bear, and they're like, ooh, 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 like, that's it. They just say teddy bear throughout the whole chorus.
It was good.
Yeah.
I like the song a lot.
I liked it a lot, yeah.
If you don't look at the lyrics, like you just never mind them, and you just listen to the music, it's a bop.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Yes.
Which is exactly what I'm doing because, like, I don't understand Korean.
Mhm.
So when I'm listening to it,
You're just kind of dancing like teddy bear kind of thing. It's fine.
Right.
Like, what's the big deal?
Exactly.
We need songs like that.
And it's great. It's great.
Yeah, the choreo was super simple, super cute. Or I don't know about cute, but it was super simple, and like I feel like it's a good choreo for like TikTok challenges because there's a lot of like duo kind of choreo pieces where you have to like dance with other people and like yeah. And it's like that could be fun for collabs and stuff.
I really like the like the patty cake duo choreo that they were doing, and then I think their point move was literally like a teddy bear move.
It's like
where
this,
they're like,
right?
I think they were
Not
like
monkey.
making
The ears by the
making
head.
the ear shape with their hands and then like reaching outward. Yeah, it's cute. I think they were really going for the teddy bear concept.
Well, good.
And they were like, they really went for it. Like the girls had teddy bear heads on. There were teddy bears in the background. There were people dressed up in teddy bear outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a lot.
After STAYC released this, I had just gone back to look at STAYC's discography, and they have bangers. That's what I'm like. They last year they did Run to You and they did Beautiful Monster, and unknowingly those were two of my favorite songs of probably 2022. So I'm really
Unknowingly.
glad.
I love how you say that.
Because it's not like we talk about them all the time, but I listened to those two songs so many times last year.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, okay, I like STAYC a lot. So I'm glad that they're able to continue on with this trajectory.
Yeah. It's interesting you brought up their previous releases because when I first listened to Teddy Bear, I was like, this is very different from everything they've done before.
Yeah.
Like, everything being in pink and like bright colors was kind of like, if you remember So Bad, their debut, and then pretty much every song that came after that, it was never like a super bright and like colorful color palette that they had. So this was definitely a departure.
Yeah, it seemed like they went one standard deviation closer to Aegyo this time, which was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Because like Run to You was Aegyo, but not, and then Beautiful Monster definitely wasn't. So, interesting.
Yeah, I think the concept works for them though, because they're still very young.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah. It's not that crazy.
Gabe, what did you think of Poppy?
Oh, I really like Poppy, actually. I was debating between recommending that or Teddy Bear, and I decided to do Teddy Bear just because Poppy was a Japanese release originally.
Yeah, the release,
yeah. But Poppy was also really good, and I think I don't necessarily think Teddy Bear is like their previous releases in terms of sound, but it still seems to be very, like, you can still tell it's a STAYC song. Like, I don't know how to explain it really, but it still has that same sound to it. I don't know if it's their intro where they say like STAYC girls or if it's the rapper in the middle, but it's still like a very, like, it's a quintessentially STAYC release. That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have any final thoughts on STAYC? Okay. So, thank you, Gabe. I'll go ahead and go next. My recommendation this time around is going to be Key's Killer.
Promise you won't forget I'm the killer. 잔인했던 이별에 불러 trigger. 네 심장을 부셨던 난 like a thriller. 지각된 감정이다 선명히 되살아나. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this song comes out of his Shiny Key's second repackage album that he released last year. So last year he released Gasoline as part of his second full-length album, and on February 13th, so actually around the same time that STAYC came out with their comeback, Key came back with his second repackage with Killer. There's several other songs on the album as well. But in terms of Killer, it is what I see as an 80s inspired kind of synth pop release, which also had a lot of electronic beats kind of in the background, which I really, really liked. In terms of the concept of the video and also the album, there was a lot of like cars and motorcycles integrated with it. And when I first saw that, I was like, I would have really never expected Key to do like a motorcycle, car, fire concept. This is just not really what I think of him, but I feel like he really made it work for him because he incorporated a lot of like car, motorcycle, and then spurts of like glam, glitter, and sparkles into it,
Yes.
which is quintessentially Key. So I was pleasantly surprised by that mixture of concept. What I also really like about Key, just like in general, is that I just really feel like he could do it all. And like the vocals are like solid 10 out of 10. The dance is 10 out of 10. The outfits are 10 out of 10. Like, he can really do it all. This song was also like a bop. I would categorize it as a bop. Really consumable, really easy on the ear, really catchy. I was reading just some of the online reactions to it, and they felt like, and I agreed with this, that this would have been a really good follow-up to Bad Love, which is one of his also really popular releases from 2021. It's interesting that it followed up Gasoline, but yeah, people were saying that this was a good companion to Bad Love, so it is very also very Key-y. But yeah, I really enjoyed the release. My favorite part about the choreo was when he goes like, I'm a killer, and then he reaches down and then he does like a spider going all the way up.
Yes.
And I was like, this is so cool, even though I hate spiders and am arachnophobic, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's impactful. It's such a simple move, but it's like so
There's like so
impactful.
much going on. He actually does it for quite a while. I think it just like keeps going up. And he like looks right into the camera with his like strong like presence and visual. And I don't know, I really like that part. I probably watched it on replay like 2 or 3 times the last couple days. So that was really great. That's my favorite part of the choreo.
Was this album, was it a repackage?
Yeah, it's a repackage.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so there's only, it's this song and then there's like 2 other new songs on the album that came off of the second full length, which was Gasoline. Yeah, so Gasoline was more of like an anthem, I feel. And this one was more of just like a really, really solid pop hit. A synth pop hit, which I thought he did really well. In terms
Very
of the
80s.
Yeah, 80s for sure. In terms of the lyrics, it's largely like a reflection about not being able to forget someone after like a difficult breakup. And in my head, I don't know if this is actually true. I guess in my interpretation, he is like the killer in the relationship. Like, at least that's what I project, because he is like a savage, right? So
Yeah.
he's not going to be moping around in a room. Like, he's going to be the one that's calling the shots and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like this concept and the lyrics really fit well to who I know Key to be.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways. Any other thoughts? What'd you all think about the song?
Yeah, I think that I really like his 80s concept with the album and the repackage. I think it fits him really well. I think that it's interesting how he always does like very serious concepts when we know that he is not that serious in person.
He's a comedian now.
Yeah, his
Variety show.
like variety show personality is like very lively, you know, not intense and like hard hitting as his comebacks.
But ultimately,
it's
his
funny.
performance is always top notch. You would never know that he's
Yeah.
like a variety king now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I also like that. So the song was giving me, I don't know if it was like the word thriller, but it kind of reminded me of like Michael Jackson, but not like Halloween scary.
No, yeah,
But
yeah.
just dark. And then
Yeah.
also because it's 80s, like also kind of that same time period.
Now that you
I
say
really
that,
liked it.
I see it too, 100%. It follows along the same sound.
Yeah, like 80s dance bop.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I really liked it. I feel like everyone should give it a shot. And he is just like, I mean, he's just a staple in the K-pop world, essentially.
Yes.
And that's that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna move on then to Chris.
Yes. Okay. So my rec is not. It's kind of an old rec, but not too old. This did release a little time ago, and it is from this group that, believe it or not, they've been together for 20 years. And so this this is kind of like the celebration of that, a little bit. We'll go into it. But my rec is going to be Catch featuring Hwa Sa by Epik High.
그래, thank you very much and fuck you.
I cannot complain though, 'cause they know 작건을 찔러대도 시간만 낭비라고 기차행사 Bye bye 그럼 잘 지내고 Bye bye 멀리 안 나와도 천천히 가다 숨이 차 멈춰서도 잠시 넘어져도 You never catch me 내 걱정 내가 어둠 속에서도 I shine like a diamond You never catch me.
This song is also kind of going with the 80s vibe. It is also very disco influenced. The whole album altogether has a very like lo-fi, like slow feeling to it, you know? So it's not per se a bop. And essentially, I was reading over their article on Billboard. And so essentially what this song is supposed to be is like a fuck you anthem. And so Tableau was saying that there's kind of a duality to the song, because on one end it's saying like, no matter what you do, you can't catch up to me. Like pretty much like I'm doing so much better. Like I'm pretty much superior and you can't reach my status. But then it's also that duality of I want to be the one to catch you when you fall or anything like that. And so that's why they brought in Hwa Sa, because they wanted to make it this type of song. And the way I took it is that it's a fuck you song, but it's elegant. You know, it's not a very straight
it's
up.
soft.
Exactly. So then going into the album itself, Strawberry, in the article they kind of do say that Strawberry was chosen as the motif because it's sweet and fresh, and that's kind of what they wanted this album to represent, especially going into their 20th year as a group. And then he starts going into more about like, but if you smash a strawberry, it's very fragile, but it'll leave a stain behind on your table. Or I don't know. He was very
Tableau and his meanings.
I know, his freaking what is it? His PhD in English literature or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was very into this whole thing about the strawberry representing this 20th year. And so apparently Epik High is Here was supposed to be their last album. Like, not necessarily that they wanted to disband or anything. They still wanted to perform. They still wanted to, do what they do. But they just weren't going to make albums anymore. But then Coachella came around, and I guess they were just inspired by being on the road. And so they wouldn't necessarily call this album an album. They said it's just a project because the album itself only has 5 songs. And so that's kind of when it first came out.
That's a Blackpink album. Okay.
when it first came out, I listened to it in the car because I was so excited, and then I looped back to this first song after like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and I was kind of like, that was it? Like, that's a really short album. So it was really cool to see how they kind of didn't mean this to be an album. They just had like musical inspiration that they just needed to get out. So it was really cool, and I like every song on it. Tableau has a really good, oh my gosh, I lost it right now. He has a very good rap into it where it's kind of like a rap monologue in it that is very, very Tableau. So yeah.
Oh really? Lots of symbolism
And
deep meaning.
Brings in COVID into the situation. It's just really cool. So
yeah,
big fan of this album. EP. It's an EP.
Yeah. When I first found out about the album, I saw, I think, Tableau's Instagram posts about it and how they were only going to promote this album via memes.
Memes, yes.
Yes, and so they have like the ones that I've seen are like Regina, like it's the car, the album artwork, and in the car is Regina George and that other blonde girl, and I think it was Tableau, and the caption was like, "Get in, loser, we're listening to Strawberry."
Yeah.
Which now makes sense that you say that they're like, this is a very informal project of theirs, because there isn't like a traditional or actual promotion strategy.
No.
They're literally making memes and just tweeting them or like posting them or whatever, and that's it.
I mean, they don't usually have like a strong, like, I feel like they don't really need to promote, right? Like, they don't usually do much of this traditional promoting, right?
Yeah, they don't normally do the traditional promoting.
Everyone knows when they release, and they just kind of do it like American style. They just
they don't make the rounds on the music shows. And
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah, they just go
Yeah.
for it. They just do it because
Yeah.
they're just so senior.
Wow, I can't believe their last album was gonna be the last one.
Right? That's what, when I read that, I was like, but it also makes sense because they've been together for 20 years. That's a really long career.
I know, but like when the last album came out, there was no like heads up. Like, this is it,
So,
we're done.
There kind of was. So I also read it in the article because I also didn't interpret it as the last album. So you know how Epik High is Here is part 1 and part 2? Apparently the very last song of part 2 is Champagne. And so that was supposed to tie in to the very first song of part 1. And so Champagne was their like closing out. Yeah.
That's fucking sad.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here we go. Quote, so we actually did decide internally that Epik High is Here would sort of be the last album. Epik High is Here Part 2 ends with Champagne, which is sort of going back to the very first song of our, of our first album, Go on Map of the Human Soul. It's like the curtain call. We were like, we've made so many albums and I don't think there's anything we can really say, so let's continue to be Epik High and perform, but I'm not sure if we should ever make an album again. It was like a collective decision. So that was very interesting to me.
They're still releasing music, so
yeah,
looks like
exactly.
things are alive and well.
Yeah, so we can expect to not have regular releases from them.
Yeah.
Whenever they feel like it, they'll release something if they want, but they're mostly just retired and performing.
Exactly. I think they still want to tour. They're going on tour again 1 year later,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, I really like the song Strawberry, which
Yeah.
is not even a song. Like, it's like the interlude to the EP, and majority of the song is just an instrumental on piano.
Yeah.
But it's really nice because the instrumental is like soul cafe vibes.
Yeah, I was just gonna, it's
Like-
soothing.
Yeah, you're just like, imagine just looking out on the sunny day, sitting in the window, right in the cafe, sipping your latte. You have your headphones on, you have your laptop in front of you. Maybe you're working from home and you're just fucking chilling.
Sipping your iced
Enjoying.
Americano.
Yes,
Americano.
your iced Americano. That's exactly it.
Tangent. I ordered my first iced Americano at it was a Korean church, but I felt very I felt accepted.
Yeah, did you like it? It's very strong.
I did actually. They do a very good job at it.
Love that for you.
Okay, with that in mind, let's transition to Ashley then.
Okay, so in honor of my sweet husband, BAEKHYUN.
1 out of
discharging
3
from the
EXO husbands.
Yes, that's true. In honor of him discharging from the military on February 5th, my recommendation is a B-side off his latest album, and the title is called Cry for Love.
Every time that I cry, my tears don't ever dry. 머문듯 흘러가는 낮과 밤. 너를 그만큼 난 몰랐던, 너도 빠져버렸던. Was it really love, baby? 끝이 보여. I cry for love, babe. 널 잡고 싶어. I cry for love, babe. Yeah.
So this song, Cry for Love, was released on March 30, 2021. The album that it released on is Bambi. So you guys probably remember the title Bambi, and then the main B-side, which is Amusement Park. So this is like the secondary B-side. And he didn't really promote this. It's just like an R&B bop. And I picked this song because it's been on the Trend R&B Chill, I think that's the name of it, Spotify playlist. It's just a collection of like K-R&B songs on Spotify. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to listen to it. But every time that song comes on, it's just like, it
Do you just
reminds
stop
me
in your kitchen
of
and
my
just be
love.
like
swaying.
swaying around
Yeah.
Yes.
his long nose?
Yes. So similar to Key's song, Cry for Love is about a failed relationship that he can't get over. In the chorus, I'll just read the English translation. It says, "You made me feel so high, then you crashed me to the ground. I'm not good for love. I fall in love so easily. Lingering days and nights pass. I didn't know you as much as I thought, but I fell too deeply for you. Was it really love?" So it's like him fucking sad, you know? Every time that he cries, his tears don't ever dry. Like, he's nonstop crying about this love that he has lost. And it's just so powerful. You know, you can really feel the emotion when he sings. And my favorite part of the song, and I will loop this, like I know the exact second that it starts to play. It is the bridge after the second chorus, and I have it queued here for you guys. I just need you, please spare me 20 seconds of your life so you can listen to him sing the bridge of this song. Here we go.
'Cause we're breaking up this time. I cry for love, baby.
Fucking amazing range. He's amazing. He's a beautiful singer. He's
Tell me more, Ashley. Tell me more. Keep going.
I don't like. If you are not a converted stan after listening to him sing that run, then we need to have a discussion because
You need to attend
there's
my
something
meeting.
wrong.
I
Yeah.
just can't believe that, like, people that left for the military in 2021, it's now 2023. Like, they're done and they're ready to come back.
Yeah.
I know.
They're back.
And in true SM fashion, right after hopping off the bus from the military,
Hopping off the
they head
bus.
straight for the company for a live.
Yeah.
And in that live, he announced that he was working on an album and a concert. So
You better come to
this
LA
live-
too. That's all I'm saying.
So this live happened after he was discharged, beginning of February, and then I won't go into like the SM Hive drama, but in the series of videos that SM released, they released their SM 3.0 artist plan, which details all of the artists that they have planned to come out with albums
It's massive.
this year. Massive. And tours. So I'm not going to go into everyone. I'll just talk about BAEKHYUN's 2023 schedule. So he has an EXO studio album, his own mini album, his own world tour, and world tour, and an EXO fan meeting. What was interesting about this 3.0 slide is that there wasn't any word of an Super M comeback.
That's fine.
Even though I know, which is fine. Like I'm
That's fine.
like pleased
We'll
with
take
an EXO
EXO
album and a
over.
world tour, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a Super M album anymore. All of my players are here. They could go back to their respective groups.
True.
Right.
But yeah, it's just interesting that they didn't put that in the 3.0 plan, even though they announced it
At
at
the
their
end.
New
Oh,
Year's
that's right.
Yeah.
show. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot in flux right now, so who knows if this schedule happens. But I pray to God that it does.
Dang, a
Because
BAEKHYUN world tour. I'm in. I'm there.
A BAEKHYUN world tour.
Yeah.
I think that this album, okay, let me just comment on. A K-pop world without BAEKHYUN was actually like, his presence is very much felt that it was missing. I think one because he's just a goofball and like, you remember that, like he's known for
Right.
that. Like, there's really no one like there are funny people, but there's really no one like BAEKHYUN, I feel. And
Yeah.
his talent is very noticeable. I don't know if we had a album that is as vocally to this level of vocal capacity within the last 2 years, compared to Bambi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is like a ballad singer somewhere who's killing
There
it.
was for sure,
but
but
it's-
this was a
it's
very
not the
noticeable
same.
one. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
has
this is,
such a talent, like as far as his range. Like I feel like that can't be replicated.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's in this lane of like pop R&B, which is not a very popular lane, and it's like he just fucking dominates that genre.
I mean, yeah, you got your little NCT children just like bowing down to this boy for the last like
I know.
decade.
He's a man among men.
What's okay. Jesus. Yes. BAEKHYUN will wait for we will wait eagerly for the new release. I wonder what the reception's gonna be. Are people as hyped as we are? I don't know.
Yes, they are, because he's like number one dude soloist in Korea. Like,
Wow.
I don't know. That's a very like.
Maybe in your heart.
Don't quote me on that.
In your
okay?
heart.
I don't. In my heart. That's true.
Okay. All right. Any other thoughts on anything else as we wrap up here?
I'm just looking at the SM 3.0 thing, and it says that SM will debut NCT Tokyo, which will be the group's final expansion.
Right. Yes.
So I guess
Yes.
this officially is the nail in the coffin of NCT Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
I know,
Hollywood.
it's
we were
it's
talking about
kinda
that this
sad.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to NCT Hollywood just to see how it would play out. Like, kind of like a train wreck, you know? Like you can't just look away.
True.
But yeah, they did announce in this 3.0 video that it's the end of the NCT universe, and they're just
It's
gonna
end of the
focus- expansion, right? And they're just gonna focus on their existing artists.
Yes. So they're gonna debut the last three, who have already.
No,
Was it
It's-
Shohei?
it's gonna be a 5-member group.
Yeah, the three of them, but then the two of them are already there,
Oh yeah, that's true.
so
they're
they're
gonna.
not new.
Wait,
That's
so
true, you're right.
does this mean Sungchan and Shotaro are finally getting work?
Yeah, it's them two and then 3 other members, so that's 5 of
They've
them.
been getting a lot of work actually. It's just in
Yeah.
Tokyo. They're not
They're
doing
promotions
like,
in
main
Tokyo.
NCT stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they put them to work on like variety shows. You know, they had a variety show with the new members.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they're trying to.
It's well, just a brief aside on that. It's interesting because they did a lot of Japanese variety, and there was this one clip that I sent to Ashley where it's now reverse for Sungchan because he doesn't know
Yes.
Japanese. So Shotaro is
Oh.
helping him a lot. And I think it's bonded them closer together, those two. That
Yeah,
were dropped in the
that
middle
clip
of
was-
nowhere 2020, right?
That clip was really sweet because you know Shotaro when he debuted, he had only been a trainee for like 2 months. Barely knew Korean, and Sungchan really helped him. And now, in this same thing is happening, and in the video that Nathan is referencing, they're both crying
Bawling.
because they
yeah.
just bawling
Yeah.
because they just feel so much like gratefulness for each other, you know, and they really like struggled in these new countries.
This might be the budding of a very close relationship.
I mean, if it already
Yeah.
hasn't budded. So. Okay, well, what's an episode where none of us wrecked NCT to end off on NCT? Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We're on Instagram at Idol Talk Pod. If you have any content that you'd like for us to discuss, please let us know and email us idletalkpod@gmail.com. We also have our content directory idletalkpod.ulu.ai where you'll see previous episodes categorized, playlists, song recommendations, concerts, and K-drama reviews, and also information about us. And it can be found in our description of the episode here. All right, until next time, I think we have another Hot Take Hot Talk coming up. So please stay tuned for that. And,
Several.
And yeah, we'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.